Hey, in this tutorial we're going to be showing you how to change a headlight switch on a 96 2000 Honda Civic. It's a very common problem. A lot of people, I don't know why, it's maybe bad design. A lot of people have problems with them. They break a lot. They just go out from time to time. So we're going to show you how to replace one of them. It's a combo switch. People call it the combo switch, column switch, the headlight switch, or the wiper switch. So whichever one you're replacing, it's the same steps for either or. So we're gonna go ahead and show you how to get to them, take them out, and put your new one in there. All right, the tools you need to do this job is just your standard Phillips screwdriver and a flat screwdriver. And that's all you'll be needing to do this. All right, your first step doing this is you got your headlight switch here, and there's a wiper switch on the other side. So what you need to do is this ignition cover, top and bottom ignition cover. We need to get this off to access the screws that hold these things on. So what there is there's 3 mounting screws underneath. We're going to get underneath and go ahead and pull those screws out, and that would be the first thing you need to do. So go ahead and grab your Phillips screwdriver. If you look underneath, you'll see that there is a hole right here, and there's one more if you just follow it all the way back on this side, right there. There's actually Phillips mounting screws in both of those, and there's one more down at the center. Right here, there's another hole down at the center of this cover. So we need to remove all 3 of those screws. So we'll go ahead and start removing those. Get your Phillips screwdriver. Remove that. Sometimes the screws get stuck into the plastic, so I wanted to show you what this screw actually looked like, but for some reason this one doesn't want to come out of its spot, even though it's unmounted all the way. It's all right. Let's go to the next screw. See this one right here. Go ahead and back this one out as well. Hopefully this one comes out so I can show you what this screw looks like. I'm tapping the cover so get the screw loose. There we go. So this is what they look like, all 3 of them pretty much. Yours might be a little longer than this. Maybe someone's been in here once before, because I remember the factory screws are just a tad bit longer, but they look about the same. So this is one. We'll go ahead and get that last one out on this side. There we go. See now how it's really loose now, so all the mounting screws are out of it. And there we go. This is the next one. So they all should be the same size. Someone's been in here once before. They should be all about this size, so it wouldn't matter though. But there we go. We got those 2 out, and that last one's out as well. And that's the first step you need to do to access this thing and get it out of there. So the next step, what we need to do is, see your tilt wheel right here? What I like to do is I like to lower it, tilt the steering wheel all the way down, leave it open, leave this lever open, and then you go ahead and grab your hands, and you see this crack right here? See this crack right here? This is where the actual top and bottom covers separate. So go ahead and just pull it apart. Don't pull too hard and too far back. You might break some of the mounting clips, so just do that to this side, and go ahead and get to the other side. Oops. There we go. And this is that bottom cover. So once you got that out, I mean, this is all it is just these 3 screws. Let me show you how they were. Better angle, 1, 2, and this 3rd center one needs to come out. And then that's how you get that one out. And this upper one, your car might not have, or most likely will not have, an LED mounted to it with these wires. This car has an alarm, and this is where the installer decided to put that LED. So I'll just have to move it up without pulling it all the way out and ripping the wires. So you might not have to worry about that. So that's how you get that one out. All right, next thing you want to do is, once you get the 2 top and bottom covers off, turn your steering wheel to about here. You want this big cutout on the steering wheel to expose the screws. So if the steering wheel was turned more at an upper angle, it would block off these mounting screws, so I wouldn't be able to get this headlight switch off. So I have the steering wheel turned this way, and then what you do is just get your Phillips screwdriver. You see that there's 2 screws here. You go ahead and just remove those. And they're both the same size, so you don't have to worry about mixing those up. There's one. We'll go ahead and remove the second one. And there's 2. Got both of those out. We'll go ahead with the next step. And what you want to do is go ahead and get your flat screwdriver. And if you look really close to right here, there's a gap right here in between the switch and the actual base where it mounts to. What you want to do is go ahead and get your flat screwdriver and just kind of wiggle it back and forth until it opens the crack in between there. And just push that thing out of there. And this is your headlight switch, and that's how it comes out. It's very simple to get this thing out. You don't have to remove the steering wheel, the airbag, any of those items. So once you get that out, all you need to do is unplug it. You push right here on this tab, right here, and just pull straight back on your wire. There's one, and then there's just your second plug right here. Push down on the tab and pull back on your wire. And that's how you take out your headlight switch. It's pretty simple to put back in. What you want to do is grab it here, put both plugs in. Both plugs are different sizes, so you don't have to worry about, mix matching those. So that just goes straight in. Make sure it goes in all the way and makes a click or a pop sound that you know that it's all the way secured in there. Once you got that in, just slide it back into its position, and you'll get it to about here, and it should pop in. You should feel that pop, and it's locked in. So once it's in there, you just put your screws back in. Go ahead and grab those, drive those back in. Drive this one back in here. Grab your screwdriver. That's one. That's 2. And that thing is done. It's secured all the way in. All you got left is to put your top and bottom ignition covers on, and we'll go from there. Once you get your top and bottom covers, go ahead and just put that back on top. If you got an LED wire, make sure you don't pinch the wires anywhere, so go ahead and move those out of the way. Grab your bottom cover. Now what you want to do with your bottom cover is, see the cutout here? This cutout is actually for the tilt wheel handle or the lever. So you make sure you put the lever through this cutout like so, like that, and go ahead and just bring it back up into place. Grab your upper cover, line it up, and it just snaps right back down. Snap there, snap there. Do the same on the other side. Snap there. And it's all snapped back into place, but it's still loose, so we need to put the mounting screws in. So go ahead and grab those, and we just need to drive those back in. There's one. And when you do this, try not to tighten the screw all the way down, because it does have a movement, or I guess some play in it. So what I do is I like to drive the screw all the way in to where it's about tight, and then I drive all the other ones in, and then I tighten everything up. Because what happens is if you tighten the one screw up all the way, you might need a little bit of room to move the plastic cover around to line up the other screws so you can get those in. So that's why I like to do that. And we got this last one here at the bottom. And this one finally came out. Let me drive that back in. and you're done with your job.